What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video I'll be showing you how I make a eggless sorrel fruit cake. So guys, let's get started. So guys, here are the ingredients. Over here I have my sorrel puree, I have some sorrel juice, I have some fruits, I have brown sugar, and I have spices, nutmeg, allspice, salt and baking powder. I have some vanilla, some applesauce, some butter, and some all-purpose flour. So I'm just going to go ahead and combine all the spices and the flour together. So I'm just going to whisk this in to incorporate. Now I'm going to go ahead and start on my butter and sugar. So guys, here I'm using vegan butter, and I'm just going to go ahead and cream these together until nice and fluffy. And guys, you want to make sure you go in and scrape down the sides of your bowl occasionally to make sure everything is fully incorporated and everything beats up fluffy and nice. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my applesauce. And I'm just going to beat this in. And guys, I do have a video on how I make my homemade applesauce. I will leave it down in the description box so you could go ahead and check that out as well. Now here I have some fruits that I was soaking in some grape juice. So I'm just going to go ahead and puree this with the sorrel juice. Now that everything is nice and pureed, I'm just going to go ahead and continue to the next step. So I'm just going to go ahead and add this sorrel fruit puree mix to my bowl. And I'm going to add my sorrel puree. Now guys, if you want a darker, richer color sorrel cake, you have to use a lot more fruit puree, or if you don't want to use the sorrel puree, you have to add food coloring. But also please note that if you use a lot of sorrel puree, you will end up with a tartar cake versus a regular cake. So want to make sure that you know what you want. So if you want a nice colored cake without not being sour, you gotta use some food coloring. But if you don't mind the tartness, go ahead and bump up on the sorrel puree. And also I will leave the link to how I make my sorrel puree down in the description box as well. I have a video on that and I will link it down in the description box. And I'm just going to go ahead and add my vanilla. I'm going to mix it in. And I'm going to go ahead and add my flour mixture in batches. So I'm just going to cut and fold until everything is fully incorporated. And also guys, I do have a video on how I make my sorrel drink that I use to puree the fruit, and I will link that down in the description box as well. Now that everything is fully mixed in, I'm just going to go ahead and place this into a baking pan. I'm just going to go ahead and spray my baking pan with some baking spray. You could use regular spray if that's what you have, or you could just grease with butter and flour. But also here I'm using a non-stick pan, so using the baking spray is just a plus. I'm just going to go ahead and pour this into my pan. I'm going to level it out, and I'm going to bake this in a 250-degree oven until it's fully done. Guys, the baking time depends on your oven. So some oven is hotter and some is just fine. So you want to bake this or until a toothpick insert and comes out clean. This will run for about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes, depending on your oven. And you want to make sure that you have a water bath in your oven to minimize the cracking, and also to help to steam the cake. After an hour and 20 minutes, this is what my cake been looking like. And I said before guys, this cake is eggless and it's also vegan, so you could go ahead and check out this recipe. I'm just going to allow it to cool and set completely before I cut into it. If you have reached this far in the video and you haven't yet subscribed, hit that subscription button, turn on the post notification bell that says all, so you never miss any of my upload. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. That's it, my beautiful people. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.